Hello, I'm Joachim Duplessis. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. The debate on whether someone who was not born in St. Lucia should be able to become the nation's prime minister was reignited over the airways last week. Those who argue against those not born in St. Lucia aspiring to become prime minister say several CARICOM nations and the United States have such provisions on their law books. Those who argue against the measure banning those not born in St. Lucia from heading the government say this would mean that naturalized St. Lucians who have the nation at heart will be disqualified from becoming prime minister. So we ask, should those not born in St. Lucia be barred from becoming the island's prime minister? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
Definitely no. No. Because you're not born in St. Lucia. You can't be the prime minister of St. Lucia. You're a foreigner. So as long that it make you a foreigner, you are alien. So it can't happen.
Sometimes they may have the country at heart. What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Never. They let us faire gouver pour on servir pas pichot.
Ça passe à faire là pour payer nos pièces. Puis si pas ça qui ça tchèye, ça vient faire, ça pas vient faire. Mais c'est pour ça.
I don't support that because our culture, even if the person has the country at heart, the person don't know the culture of the country. So therefore, I find it difficult to accept somebody who is not born in our country to be, especially St. Lucia, to be the Prime Minister of St. Lucia.
Pas pour faire ça. Il n'y a pas de place là, il n'y a pas de place là, il n'y a pas de communauté place là, il n'y a pas de langage place là, il n'y a pas de rien. Là, il y a une chance de venir faire.
Pour moi, je regarde ça, je ne pas d'accord pour piège. Un homme qui part fait un pays pour conduire le pays. Bon, moi même pas d'accord pour piège jeune blanc conduire le pays. Moi, je veux un homme qui fait un pays, un nègre qui n'est pas conduire le pays, un homme qui fait un pays. C'est ça moi je veux.
Non, il n'est pas supposé Premier ministre pays parce qu'il ne pas connaître rien about qu'il te nous, rien langue nous, rien comme ça. Juste celle qui connaît c'est anglais ou français en bas mais qu'il te nous c'est patois. Il va connaître ça. Non, mais supporter pièce.
No, not at all. They are not accustomed to our culture. They don't know about our culture, in fact. About poverty or what we're going through. They don't know. I don't support that, not at all.
No, I will not accept somebody who is not born in St. Lucia will be our prime minister. They don't know our culture. They don't know what we're going through in our country. Sometimes they make mistakes, and then when they make mistakes, that's where they don't know where to start and what to do. But I will not accept nobody not from my country to be my prime minister.
So maybe yes or no, because I mean, if a person happen to become St. Lucian, whether it's through what they call it, not through birth, but through, is it citizenship? And then person is accepted. I mean, and if the people of the country feel, well, is the best candidate to become. Yes, but at the end of the day, I would say no, because if you are not born here, do you really have the country at heart? Do you really understand, I mean, what is going on? And this is one of the things we need to put into focus. If you are not born, whether you really understand what's happening. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not going to make no excuse for an individual because you look at people, you 50 years, 70 years, 60 years, and you don't understand what's going on in the country. We understand, man. You understand me? The problem with us, we just have certain qualities that we need to just take it and dash it away, man.
I have very strong feelings on that issue. I think you need to be a born citizen of whichever country that you are going to vie for the leadership for. It doesn't make sense you having someone who is not attuned to your culture, who doesn't know anything about the people, their way of life, their sufferings and so on, to just become prime minister. You won't be able to lead as you should, because you'll be out of touch with what goes on in the country. Okay? But I also think on that same point, I think that question is a bit badly phrased, because it sounds like it's actually targeting a particular individual.
No, not at all, because they don't know the culture of the country or nothing. They don't know the poverty of the people. No, that's completely wrong. I feel that people should be the voice. Yeah, that should,
Not supporting the idea.
to not supporting the idea.
What should happen, the person vying to become a prime minister must meet certain criteria. It must be a legal status attached to the constitution. So there's an issue of residency, how long, being a citizen as well, and a number of factors. It cannot just be anybody. For instance, I could have been born here, live abroad for most of my life, and come back and become prime minister, and I don't understand the culture. So we have to be very clear as to what makes you or gives you the right to become the prime minister of this country.
You cannot take somebody, you should not do it. The Bible advises against doing that. Taking somebody who is not one of you to lead you, right? Even the Messiah, when he wanted to represent us, his people, the Father had to send him to become one of us. He had to become one of us, born into the same Jewish family, so that he could lead the people of God. So you cannot go out there and take somebody who doesn't know your language, who doesn't know your culture, who doesn't know your way of life, they know nothing about you, and take that person to lead you. It will be like you just go. It's just a lost case. You cannot do that.
Thanks for those responses. Now to our new discussion. The emergency services have had to respond to an unprecedented number of calls over the past few years. The men and women who run the service often encounter people with serious injuries and in some cases dead or dying individuals. In October, the government secured funds to the tune of $27 million to have the emergency services better resourced. This is said to have been long overdue as the employees of the emergency services have had to operate in difficult conditions in response to accidents, fires and injuries resulting from violence. So we ask, are the contributions of the workers of the emergency services underestimated by the public? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.